So let me ask you something. What if the key to unlocking your absolute highest potential was already inside you, written right into your DNA? Today, we are diving into a really fascinating method that's designed to do just that. And we're going to start with the people who've seen its power firsthand.
I mean, just listen to this from author Eileen Day McCusick. She puts it so simply, so powerfully. This amazing process completely changed my life. Wow, that is a heck of a statement, and it really sets the stage for what we're about to get into.
And look, it's not just personal stories. Big publications like Nexus magazine have called it, and I quote, revolutionary healing science expanding the boundaries of being. That tells you we're looking at something that really pushes the envelope of what we think is possible for our health and well-being.
But I think this quote from author Brendan D. Murphy, this one really hits the nail on the head. The Ener-genetics method is personal evolution accelerated. It's such a powerful idea, right? It's not just about feeling a little bit better, it's about becoming more.
So this all leads us to the big, captivating question at the heart of this whole thing. What if the deepest transformation you could ever imagine isn't something you need to go out and get, but something you just need to wake up? And what if the key was just the right sound?
Okay, so to really understand how this all works, we first have to talk about a core concept called your bioenergy blueprint. The best way to think of it is like an invisible map, the foundational plan for your total well-being.
So what is it exactly? Well, the bioenergy blueprint is described as this holographic field of energy. It's this beautiful, intricate web of energies and chakras that basically acts as the energetic template for everything. Your physical body, your thoughts, your emotions. It's the master plan.
And you know, this whole idea of an energy field, it's not new. Not at all. For decades, researchers and ancient traditions have been trying to map this invisible world. You've got Kirlian photography capturing auras, sophisticated instruments from pioneers like Dr. Hiroshi Motoyama, the work of UCLA researcher Valerie Hunt, even ancient texts like the Kabbalah talk about it.
And this is why that blueprint is so incredibly important. The theory is that illness doesn't just pop up in your body. It starts as a kind of static, a distortion in this energy field, sometimes weeks or even months before you ever feel a physical symptom. This is seen as the real root cause.
So if the problem starts as a disharmony in our energetic blueprint, how do you fix it? How do you restore that harmony? Well, the answer this method proposes is both incredibly elegant and ancient: sound.
Now, this is where this approach really stands apart. A lot of energy healing methods are what you might call light-based. They focus on information, they work through the nervous system, and they tend to address symptoms. But sound in this context is seen as something totally different. It's not about information, it's about transformation. It's about working directly with your DNA to restore harmony at the deepest possible level.
Researcher Leonard Horowitz just captured this idea perfectly. It's simple, right? Harmonic frequencies, sounds that are in tune, they support health, growth, and healing. But discordant frequencies, ones that are out of tune, they create stress and illness. It's all about resonance. When your blueprint is humming along in tune, you thrive.
And this brings us to what might be the most exciting, mind-bending part of this whole puzzle: our own DNA. Specifically, the huge part of it that mainstream science is still scratching its head about.
I mean, have you ever really thought about this? It's kind of wild. For decades, we've been told that over 90% of our DNA is junk, that it doesn't seem to do anything. But does that really make sense? Could nature really be that wasteful?
Well, the Ener-genetics method, and that's re-genetics, like regeneration, it offers this incredibly empowering new way to look at it. It says, let's stop calling it junk DNA. Let's call it what it is: potential DNA. It's not useless, it's just untapped. It's potential, waiting for a key.
So, how does this activation actually happen? It's a pretty straightforward three-step process. First, very specific sound frequencies and linguistic codes, think of them as targeted intentions, are transmitted. Second, these frequencies safely wake up that potential DNA, which flips the switch on what's described as a dormant reset program. And finally, that one action starts a domino effect, progressively retuning and reharmonizing your entire energy blueprint from the inside out.
So, okay, theory is great, but what does this process actually feel like for someone who does it? It's called the potentiation journey, and it's described as a deep 9-month transformation.
One full cycle, which is called a potentiation, that's potentiation, takes exactly 42 weeks to unfold. And what's so fascinating about that number is that it perfectly mirrors the length of a human gestation. It's literally framed as a 9-month energetic rebirth.
And the benefits people report, I mean, they're just all over the map in the best way possible. People talk about everything from the physical, like more energy, pain relief, clearer skin, to the mental, like sharper thinking and better sleep. And then there's the stuff that's harder to measure, like healthier relationships, and even experiencing more serendipity, Those meaningful little coincidences that just guide your life forward.
And here is the part that is, honestly, is pretty incredible. This entire 9-month journey, this complete repatterning of your bioenergy blueprint, it's all kicked off by one single 30-minute session. That's it. One half-hour session to start a 9-month evolution.
So when you really boil it all down, this method is presented as way more than just another healing technique. It's really an invitation. It's an invitation to consciously and actively accelerate your own personal evolution.
I want to leave you with this last thought from author Carolyn Barnes, who called this a simple, profound, elegant system of personal empowerment and self-healing. And I think that's just beautiful. It's all about empowering you to tap into the incredible intelligence that's already hardwired into your own biology.
Which, of course, brings us right back to the most important question there is. The potential is there. It's encoded in you, just waiting. So the only real question left is, are you ready to unlock it?